I don't have you with me yet. Kanina pa tayong mga 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock nandito. So can I ask once again to my dear audience of our MSME National Summit for 2023, how are you? Are you good? Much, much better, because we have quite the esteemed panel this session 3, where we have a forum with our MSME enablers. Without further ado, it is my honor to introduce our panelists on stage, beginning with the Department of Trade and Industry Secretary, Secretary Alfredo E. Pascual. Joining him is the Department of Science and Technology Secretary, Secretary Renato Solidum Jr. We also have with us the Department of Information and Communication Technology Secretary, Secretary Ivan John Uy. Good afternoon, Secretaries. You may take your seat. Please feel free to take your seats. Now joining us from the private sector, it is not just representatives from the national government in this very esteemed panel. I also have the founder of the Philippine Center for Entrepreneurship, Go Negosyo, Jose Maria Concepcion III. We also have Vice Chairperson of the SM Investments Corporation, Private Sector Advisory Council of the Jobs Committee member as well, Ms. Tessie C. Coson. And the President of the Philippine Chamber of Commerce and Industry, ASEAN BAC, Philippine Council member, George T. Barcelon. Good afternoon to my panelists. May I invite everyone to please take a seat? Secretaries, Joey, Ms. Tessie, Sir Joey, am I allowed to do this first name basis? It's like we're not, in a public setting. Let's just be very, very comfortable today and have this nice conversation about how the specific departments and of course even the private sector are true enablers for MSMEs. So to begin, if I may, just to be clear, let's begin with the government side. Because a lot, especially for MSMEs, still get very confused which department they need to approach when it comes to certain business processes. So if I may, to clarify matters, lalong-lalo na po para sa ating mga MSMEs, sino ba ang lalapitan para sa anong function? May I begin, of course, with our esteemed DTI Secretary.
Well, we'd like to give an easy time to MSMEs. I think the best way, wherever you are, there is an office of the Department of Trade and Industry. In each province, we have a provincial director. In each of the 16 regions, we have a regional director. And they are the ones that directly interface with entrepreneurs and MSMEs.
Secretary, this is not just to register their businesses,
but to register the businesses, they don't have to come to any office of the DTI, they do it online. We have the business name registration system. It takes only 8 minutes to register a business name if you are a single proprietorship.
They're 8 minutes, so walang excuse. Because, Secretary, if I may, this is the day and age.
And
sorry, go ahead.
We're
Secretary.
also linking our system with the systems of municipalities and cities that are already digitalized, so that when the entrepreneur applies for a business permit from the municipality or city, they don't have to show the business registration, the name registration. It's automatically checked digitally in our system. It's checked online.
That there's nothing like it. Yeah, for sure, kung may katulad, mahuhuli agad.
Yes.
We'll catch it immediately.
Oh, and it shortens the process because it's integrated already with the system of the local government. Just yesterday, I signed a memorandum of agreement with the Quezon City government, with Mayor Joy Belmonte, so that we can start that integration between their business processes system with our business name registration system.
Thank you for that, Secretary. As I was saying earlier, though, this is the day and age where, online shops and businesses are also flourishing, like from Instagram, LinkedIn, marketplaces. And unfortunately, not all of them are registered. How would you convince them to register and make it a legitimate business? Because they still think, okay lang na under the radar kami. How would you encourage them?
Well,
Besides 8 minutes.
There are two ways to encourage people. Either you use the carrot or the stick. So, carrot, if they're registered, they can avail of support services from the DTI offices. Now, if they cannot be convinced using a positive or favorable incentive, we can use the stick and work with our BIR so that those that have not declared their business can be pursued by BIR.
But again, let's give due credit where credit is due. Give to Caesar what is due to Caesar. Thank you very, very much for that, Secretary. Now, besides business registrations, the DTI is also there for mentorship and market linkage. You want to grow your business, find buyers, customers, right? That's also what the DTI is for. Am I correct, Secretary?
Yes, very much so. And we're doing promotional work. The old way, of course, is through trade fairs. Recently, SM was the place where we had our food export, food fair. That's the traditional way. But now we're establishing digital systems. We have recently launched a digital OTOP, we call it OTOP Philippines, where the one town, one product companies can be part of this. It's actually an e-commerce platform, and the e-commerce platform organization will help them put up their website and be able to display their products virtually and be able to make their products available digitally on this platform. But we're also launching today the PEP, the Philippine e-commerce platform, which will provide initially a national market reach for our MSMEs that are normally able to just reach out to their localities or regions sometimes. But now we want to make available to our MSMEs a national market, the national market of the country. Eventually, they'll have to go beyond borders of the Philippines.
Just gets bigger. Let's give that a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. The launch of PEP. And tonight, we will be treated to an OTOP fashion show. Thank you for that, Secretary. So from the functions of the DTI, if I may first skip to DICT before now, no matter how small, should be linked to your department, correct? Please explain why. Connectivity, platforms.
Thank you. Well, the DICT is mandated to provide, the direction on digitalization for the whole country. So part of that mandate is connectivity, because connectivity is the basic infrastructure that's needed for any platform, any of these digital platform to work. Without that connectivity, nothing is going to get done online. So we have programs that deploys connectivity to areas where the telecoms companies are hesitant in going into.
These are your DTCs? digital transformation centers?
Yes. Well,
Yeah.
the DTCs is one. What we're doing currently is if the telcos are not able to go in because they are not economically viable, then we invest in the technologies and the telecoms infrastructure to provide them with that technology. Now, once those connectivity are in place in many of those areas, then we also deploy these are called digital transformation centers. These DTCs may be located in areas where the telcos operate and may also be located in areas where they don't operate, and we provide the transport, the digital transport. Now, what are these DTCs? These DTCs are an enabling location where they can connect to the internet and can be utilized by different sectors. They can be utilized by teachers to research on subject matters, by students, by entrepreneurs who would need to access e-commerce websites.
Or mag-register ng business. 8 minutes nga lang,
correct,
diba?
or mag-register ng business. So that's one point where those who do not have connectivity in their homes can do so. However, we also deployed digital platforms on a mobile platform. Just yesterday, we launched our eLGU project, which actually is a white label system where we provide digital technologies to all local government units, business permits, licensing, clearances for building occupation permits, including civil registry, registering birth, marriage, death, all can be done online through this eLGU program. Now, and as mentioned by Secretary Pascual, together with the DTI and the National Development Corporation, the DICT help in developing this platform for e-commerce that will now allow MSMEs to provide their services online for free. And they can use that platform. It's an e-commerce platform that incorporates not only the digital marketing, but as well as all other ancillary systems like logistics, where they can connect and choose any of the logistics companies that they want to utilize to do the deliveries. They can connect with all the different payment channels. We're agnostic. So this is an enabling platform that allows MSMEs now not to have to invest in the technology because the technology is provided for.
It's available already. And Secretary,
yes.
if I may, just to clarify how grassroots level this is, it's possibly in barangay halls,
yes.
LGU centers, even public high schools are DTCs.
Yes.
Am I correct there, Secretary?
Right. DTCs, or even if it's not digital transformation centers, some of them are just in the schools, because the schools, they use this connectivity during the day. But after school, entrepreneurs can now use it. Retirees, senior citizens can use them to communicate with their loved ones abroad. So they're all multifunctional, so long as we provide the good connectivity.
So that's why really connectivity nowadays is available nationwide, no matter where you are in the Philippines.
That's our goal.
Okay.
That's our goal.
And you're working on it.
Yes. We have more than 7,100 islands. So that will have to be our objective in order to provide that connectivity. So in many areas, like in the islands, fiber optic connectivity is not feasible because of the economic costs. So we provide satellite technology, one of which is the LEO satellite, the low Earth orbit satellite provided by Elon Musk on their SpaceX system. So these are ideal setup, not for the urban areas, but for the remote areas where electricity is not even present. So we provide solar panels, we provide generators so that it will run, and batteries, so it will run independently. So many of the areas that do not have electricity and connectivity will now have both.
So if I were again, the ordinary citizen, if I say, kailangan ko po ng connection, I need to check on business email, baka may mag-order, or gusto ko lang po i-update ang services ko, what will they look for in an LGU or in a barangay hall? What will they insist? Meron daw dapat dito nun. What's it called?
It's just our free Wi-Fi project.
Okay.
Our free Wi-Fi project that we provide to all the LGUs, to the barangay level, up to the barangay level. Because through that free Wi-Fi project, and if they download our eGov Super App, because our eGov Super App integrates all of this into one place.
Okay.
So the eGov Super App, you can access different public services. Business registration, the e-commerce platform, and then they can access their social security, their Pag-ibig, their PhilHealth.
eGov Super App.
eGov Super App. It's downloadable.
Everyone
mobile.
download that.
Yeah, mobile. You can access, apply for your NBI clearance, your e-travel, your DFA passport application. So all of them will be mobile, and it will be under the Super App.
Thank you for that, Secretary Uy. I've just been told our guest of honor is already here. So if I may, Secretary Solidum, if I may, DOST comes in on a larger scale. Besides business registration and of course connectivity, DOST, or the Department of Science Technology, is here to upscale equipment and other innovations to make your business work. Am I correct there, Secretary?
Yes. I'll use Tagalog words to convey the message.
Yes po.
Sa siyensya at teknolohiya, negosyo, tsak kikita. That's the message that I want to send to everyone, because DOST would now assist those that were registered under DTI, those that are paying taxes. With good feasibility, we can provide financial assistance payable within 3 years, starting 3 years. So, babalik din sa gobyerno ito, and we provide financial assistance to provide them the technology, the equipment that they need to improve their productivity. We also provide technical supervision and guidance. If the instrument is not available, we can perhaps manufacture it, because we have the Metals Industry Research and Development Center, and we have established Metals Engineering and Innovation Center all over the country.
And you also have the DOST setup.
Yeah, we have the DOST setup as the primary program to do it, the Small Enterprise Technology Upgrading Program, which we are now converting to Setup 4.0 to make our MSMEs competitive globally, to support the globally competitive image of our MSMEs. We have the packaging laboratory, we have the transport simulation packaging laboratory to test how these products will be transported all across the country. We have developed many initiatives that will actually provide more testing, shelf life for food, for furniture, the durability testing. We have set up testing facilities all over the country to support the MSME and other industries.
And Secretary, are these free services?
No, the services are free, but if you're availing of the setup program, essentially you pay up what you get within 3 years. And in last year alone, we have assisted close to 14,000 MSMEs, providing a total funding of 500 million pesos.
Woohoo! Let's give that a round of applause. Again, this is in place to help MSMEs scale, be globally competitive, para talagang magiging epektibo ang produkto nyo at serbisyo nyo.
And if they want to avail of possible products that have been successful being sold in other regions, we have the techhub.dost.gov.ph, an app that they can check out all the technologies that they can use for their business, and they can talk to the developer or to those MSMEs that have availed of the technology. Paano sila naging successful? So testimonies are available also. So together with the other departments, I think we can really assist MSMEs as one government, as one society together with the private sector.
A round of applause for our national government departments, obviously at work for the benefit of our MSMEs. Now, let's go to the private sector to integrate this, everyone's dream. Joey, Ms. Tessie, Sir George, if I may, everyone wants to play in the big arena. But it takes a journey. The journey is not quite a straight line. If I'm not, Go Negosyo has always been the big brother to MSMEs, Joey. With these government systems in place and at work, how will you integrate, embrace, make MSMEs alive in your network for the big playing field of business?
Well, I basically served 3 administrations and focused on MSMEs. So this year will be our 18th year in just focusing on micro, small, and medium enterprise. And the formula for success is very clear. Look at the room we're in today. How many people are in this room? This is the effort of both DTI and Go Negosyo by ensuring that we bring the right people here to attend this event and really think on how to move forward. The power of both government and the private sector is tremendous. When the President created the Private Sector Advisory Council, that was a unique idea. So the integration between government and the private sector will create a faster car, taking people, our micro and small and medium enterprises, and now nano-entrepreneurs have been introduced to really move up the value chain. Critical to all of this are you here in this hall. I mean, we have the big brothers. We have the agri-big brothers in that table. Of course, we have the big retail brothers. I mean, Tessie, Hans, and many others. I mean, the big brothers, we are up there. But I've seen a change in heart. Many of the big brothers want to help our MSMEs, and that is important. Because if we don't embrace them into our value chain, they will remain where they are. And digitalization is a platform that will even hasten things. No? And we've seen that all over the world. Access to mentorship, to money and market, to me, are the most important things that we have to do. And we're moving forward. You can hear from the other panel on money.
Yep.
They see the importance of banks eventually taking that risk of lending our farmers. And we have a program with the President called CALAP, and hopefully it matures, and hopefully Secretary Estrella really finds the solution on using agrarian land that was given to the farmers that can actually be utilized. We have the largest land bank in the country on agriculture, but yet the contribution of agri to the GDP is the smallest. So that has to change. So our MSMEs are all in this sector. And I'm glad that, you know, the big brothers are really helping our MSMEs. Many of them have supported Go Negosyo. Many of them are now going to take an active role. I mean, the agri boys here are going to embrace them and bring them to their value chain. And I'm sure with the efforts of our retail giants like Tessie and Hans, who have been generous enough to open their malls to doing events that we in Go Negosyo and DTI have been doing, mentoring thousands of MSMEs. And this is phenomenal. The number of people that enter the malls as early as 6 o'clock, they fall in line. So the hunger of these MSMEs is there. They want to succeed in life. What is the gain of this country if they succeed? The economy becomes bigger, more jobs are generated, and that is what will change the lives of our people, creating prosperity for all.
Thank you for that, Mr. Joey Concepcion, ladies and gentlemen, for helping organize today as well, because it is a formula that works. Thank you for that, Mr. Joey. And that is why Ms. Tessie and Sir George, being, if I may, the big sister and the big brother, how do you integrate MSMEs in your businesses, large-scale businesses? Ms. Tessie?
Following what Joey has mentioned, I think it's all of us working together. And we are always in support of Joy's view of how we can work together. In the SM malls, we provide the market. We do have a lot of MSME, SME, and also the medium-sized enterprise in our group. And we really support them because it's a matter of working together. So on that, we also look into the bank, like BDO or China Bank, looking into it, providing the funds, which Joey has been emphasizing, the money part. And also, we are looking into the logistic as well. Right now, we are looking into, and it doesn't have to be our logistic. It can be, we can put all the logistic together and also the technology so that we can all work together. SM actually started from MSME. So we understand the concern of the MSME, and we're all in support of MSME.
Ms. Tessie, if I may, before I let you off, does any MSME have a chance to be affiliated with an SM group or SM business as long as they have a good product or service?
We're all open to to new SME. We have a lot of MSME, I think by the thousands already with us. Some of them have grown into small enterprise, and some of them have become medium enterprise, and some of them, I suppose, are on the big league. We are always in support of them. You have to remember that these people are the one who brings the ideas and bring new ideas, new concept, and new offerings to the consumer. So if you think that there are a lot of new things in SM, it's because of the MSMEs.
Exactly. Give yourselves a round of applause. So do not be shy. Put yourselves out there, right? Thank you for that. Well, thank you very much for that, Ms. Tessie. Now, beyond, of course, SM, there are other industries. There are larger companies, bigger companies, just as big out there. Mr. George, how would you encourage MSMEs to be integrated, especially when it comes to the network of the PCCI?
Well, as earlier explained by our three secretaries, Secretary Pret Pascual, Secretary Solidom, and Secretary Ivan Louis, they touch a lot on digitalization. And this is where we come in. During the COVID time, wherein there's a lot of quarantine going on, we encourage our constituents, especially the MSMEs, to go digital. And that was a deciding factor for many of them that survived. And aside from that, we're happy that any leads that the Department of Trade and Industry would share with us, we cascade them to our constituents. Some of this may be new services, new products, wherein they may be interested in going in. And as far as the DOST, I had the first view of what they're doing. Actually, about 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks, I visited the DOST, and we were shown firsthand what are the capabilities. And we have cascaded this down to our members that DOST has advanced technology, even in the 3D printing. So that's the innovation. And as far as DICT, definitely we're in tandem because PCCI is working with USAID Speed and also USAID Beacon. This is better access to connectivity. We feel that this would be the game changer. A lot of areas are underserved. And we are one of the organizations that's working in conjunction with Starlink, which is the low-level flying satellite. And this, we think that would be something that moving forward, that we can leverage on. Another area of PCCI being the enablers is really focused on the ease of doing business. Recently, we had a meeting where we invited Secretary Ben-Hur of the local government and also Secretary Attorney Nes Perez of ARTA.
primarily because I go around every year to our 5 area business conferences. And one of the concern is really how to make business easier, especially for the MSMEs. And digital is one. A lot of small companies wherein the owner does everything.
Yeah.
And if you can digitize that, it will really be of a big help to them.
And Sir George, there really is no such thing as too small to not matter. That's not true.
It's not true. We are spread all over the Philippines. We have more than 100 chapters. And then we encourage our chapters to reach out or to encourage member, no matter how small you are. We are the soundboard. When we pick up issues that is of concern, we elevate it to the national level. And we're very happy that all the secretaries here are accessible to us. If there are any complaints, any issues, we bring it up. So we're very happy that as a go-between, the little support or little contributions that we are doing has been helpful to the MSMEs.
Thank you for that. And definitely the big brothers and big sisters will stay. A round of applause for Mr. Joey Concepcion, Ms. Tessie C. Coson, and Sir George Barcelon. The opportunities are there. Your government is working for you. And that is why, to wrap up this session, I turn it back to Secretary Pascual to encourage our MSMEs to keep going. Any final message, sir?
Yes, to start small, you don't have to remain small. There's always the opportunity to grow bigger. And DTI is there to guide you along the way.
Thank you very, very much. Oh, I think Mr. Solidum wanted to add. Yes, sir. Secretary?
Just to mention also that if our MSME don't have research and development facility, most anyway don't have that capability, we offer research and development. For medium and even small ones, just approach us, tell us your problems, and we hope to provide a solution. We, as a government, is not only a provider of money, but provider of solutions.
Secretary Uy, anything you'd like to add?
Well, we're currently aggressively deploying our connectivity in many of the areas. So, in fact, in one of our projects, we provided connectivity to a remote island called Sakol Island. Sakol Island is a remote island far in Mindanao, south of Zamboanga City. So that island has 14,000 residents with 4 barangays. And they've never had any cellular signal, no Wi-Fi, nothing. Today, we provided them with connectivity, and it's already been identified by the ITU, by the International Telecommunications Union, as their pilot for the smart island in the world. So the Philippines is going to become the showcase, the showcase of how digitalization can be transformative, can be empowering to a community, and enable them to be part of the global digital economy. And that's where Philippines now is showcasing to the world. The World Bank sees the Philippines actually as their poster boy now on how digitalization can be properly implemented in a developing country. So that's what we're doing. Thank you.
And we look forward to that reaching even more communities around the Philippines. But for now, how about a round of applause for my panelists? This is Session 3, the Forum with MSME Enablers. Once again, Secretary Alfredo E. Pascual, Secretary Renato Solidum Jr., Secretary Ivan John Uy, Jose Maria Concepcion III, Tessie C. Coson, and George T. Barcelon. May I ask my panelists to step forward for a group photo opportunity, please? Let's give them a round of applause. It's been short and sweet. However, we will continue with the rest of the program as our guest of honor has arrived. I will turn you over back to Chal, our main host. Thank you very much.
And thank you very much, Isa Liton. We will be joining you as well. Please join our panelists also for our group photo. Isa, please go ahead. All right, ladies and gentlemen, our government sector and our private sector combined all together to give you a very powerful afternoon for our MSME Summit 2023. This is all about upgrade, upskill, upsize MSMEs. Another round of applause for them, please. Maraming salamat po. And now to show solidarity and support for the MSMEs from the national government,